Good evening, everybody. Glad you could join me tonight. Told you we were going to make a video tonight on making healthy pizza. It's not only good for you, but it's good for you. Alright, so I'm going to tell you everything you need to make it, and then I'm going to show you how to make it, and then I promise I won't eat it in front of you, as I know you're probably going to want to eat it too. So, first thing you need are these high protein flatbreads. Okay, I'm not really sure where you can get them at in normal stores. I get them from Thrive. I'll try to find out if there's anywhere else you can get them from. But they don't have to be high protein. These are just the kind that we're going to use. They work for us. They could be high fiber, but you want to steer clear of any kind of homemade pizza in a box kits or anything like that. You definitely need something like this or high fiber. La Banderita makes some double fiber tortillas, so if you like a thin crust pizza, those would work for you as well. They've got like 12 grams of fiber per slice, or per tortilla. The large ones, not the small ones, get the large ones, and those should work too. The baking time may be a little bit different, but for the most part, it's the same thing. Alright, so what else you're going to need? Fat-free shredded cheese. We have a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar. You can have about a quarter of a cup, a little more of both. We'll combine, but a little bit more, to suit you however much you want. And really, depending on what else you put on it, you could have more. These fat-free cheeses are high in protein, they're low in carbs, they're good for you, and you gotta have them for your pizza. You also are going to need turkey pepperoni. Okay, not just any turkey pepperoni. Really doesn't matter the name brand. What counts is the ingredients. So what you're looking for is something that's really lean. So just read your package. That should tell you everything you need to know. If you need help reading packages, let me know. I'll pass that information along to you as well. And the last thing you need is some kind of marinara sauce. We're going to use tomato and basil spaghetti sauce that we got. This stuff is really good. We compared a ton of marinara sauces or spaghetti sauces to figure out what was going to be the best for us. We looked at the ingredients on this. The sugar is real low in it, and you get a half a cup for 45 calories. That's fantastic. If at any time you're going to eat something, you want to absolutely try to maximize everything you get, but also minimize the bad things. So 50 calories per meal for condiments is really great. So that's kind of what you want to set your goal at. So there's that. Now, some extras I just went ahead and laid out because I know we like them with ours. This is Walden Farms Ranch. Okay, it's 0 calorie. You can have a fairly large amount of it. I don't think it eventually gives you calories, but sorry. You don't want to chug the whole bottle. I don't think that's probably not good for you. But for you ranch dippers out there, Ranch Walden Farm is great. They make a blue cheese. They make a zesty Italian, a creamy Italian. So, anyways, so it's all good stuff. And then, if you like hot sauce, like I do, I love hot sauce. This stuff is great. It's also 0 calorie. Hot sauce is great for your metabolism. It heats up your internal temperature and therefore causes your body to burn more calories. So, check that out. Now, these are just the basic stuff we're going to make our pizza with tonight. If you like any kind of peppers on your pizza, knock it out. However much you want, you go for it. Mushrooms on your pizza, go ahead. It's up to you. If you like anchovies, this may not be the place for you. But things you want to stay away from are onions. Okay, you don't want to put onions on your pizza because onions will technically be considered as a condiment. They're really high in sugar. When you cook them, they caramelize, really brings out the sugar in them. So really not that great for you. But onions, not entirely bad for you, but in small doses. So, first thing you want to do, if you're using the bread that's this size, oops, I grabbed 2 pieces. grab one slice out and put that on my cutting board. I feel like Guy Fieri right now, and I don't even really like cooking, but this is fun. It's cool. You learn a lot of stuff when you're cooking, how to do things, how not to do things. And if you're really bad at it, I mean, you're going to lose weight anyways, because, you know, nobody wants to eat bad food. So with this particular one, we are going to cut it in half, and so you're going to have half of this with the rest of your stuff on it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a pizza cutter, get a good cut on it. Let's see. Eye it up, that's about right. That may have been a little crooked, but that's alright. Okay, so what I did was with our tomato sauce, it has some chunks of tomato in it. We're not really big fans of chunky tomato, so I pureed it, okay? And if you don't have a pureeing machine, if you have a Magic Bullet, they're great. If not, hand mash them, that's fine too. But you can get a Magic Bullet at Target for like 25 bucks. Not a big deal. You know, so if you're on a budget like us, hand mashing may be the way to go. So I'm going to do half a cup, because that's 40 calories, 45 calories, whatever I said it was. Half a cup of sauce. Now, I used to make pizzas for a living, and man, that was a good job. When you're a fat guy, that's a great job. So I learned from a really good pizza maker how to pretty much do everything, but a little different now, I guess, much smaller base. But you kind of want to work from the inside out. That'll give you the most bang for your buck. If you like a lot of sauce, then you can do the full half cup. If you don't like a lot of sauce, don't do it. No big deal, whatever you choose. But you don't want to go all the way to the edge if possible. I went a little too far right there, but about right there is good. Give yourself a little bit of good crust, something to hold on to. That'll work out just fine. I'm going to try to scrape some of this off. So let me even this out a little bit. Alright. Now tell me, does that not look like the start of a great pizza? I mean, you can't beat that. You'll learn more from me, like I'll say things like, it's very important to have you know, X amount of protein in each meal. It's just, you gotta have it. So if you think that you're eating a lot of certain things and not so much of the other, just pay attention to what you're eating. If you have a lot of protein in each meal, a lot of fiber in each meal, you're pretty much doing it right. Alright, so it's not a whole lot of cheese to begin with, but it'll melt out, don't worry about it. Of course, that's a form of protein. Our bread is a form of protein, and these turkey pepperonis are a form of pork protein. Sorry, wow, I can't get it out. So a serving size is 16 slices. I'm going to try about 10 and see how I get it. Make a little smiley face if you want to, however you want to dress up your pizza. Well, that's 10, so I'm going to do 11. So that works out pretty great. Now, because I only did 11 pepperonis, I still have a little bit more room for cheese. Bag. Sprinkle a little bit of this on top, hold everything together. Alright, now we've got our pizza pretty much made. We just got to pop it in the oven. Now, this is kind of the tricky part. I guess it really depends on your oven. You know what it does. But stick it on a baking sheet. We're using parchment paper. It seems to work pretty good. And we got the oven on 450. So you're going to stick in the oven probably for about 12 to 15 minutes. Now, normally you make a pizza in the oven. Top shelf is for if you just want the cheese good and melted and the crust to be nice and soft. Bottom shelf, crispier crust. You know, kind of gives you more of a thin crust flavor or sense. But it's up to you, however you want to do it. I like my crust a little doughy, so I'm going to stick mine on the top shelf. And I'm going to set a timer as soon as I find it for 12 minutes. And anytime I want to start it, press timer again. Okay. You can see I don't really do this a whole lot. My wife is a fantastic cook. I let her do most of it. But she's not always home, so got to fend for myself every once in a while. So that's how you make your pizza. We're going to check back with you in about 12 minutes. You're not going to be waiting 12 minutes. It's going to be movie magic. Bam, you're back. But as soon as this is done cooking, we'll take a look at it, pull it out of the oven. We'll go from there. Timer just went off. Pizza's ready. So let's check this puppy out. Ooh, there's a little bit of heat coming off of there. Oh yeah, look at that. So, crust is nice and browned. Maybe a little too dark for me, a little crispy, but not burned, just a little crispy. So that's fine. Cheese is melted, pepperoni's looking great, and I'm ready to eat this thing. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, there's one more thing I do want to hit on before we go. This is really helpful in our house, and maybe you guys will find it helpful as well. One of the number one things about dieting is timing. Okay, so you, not only timing, but preparation. Okay, set yourself some time ahead to get your food together. Most of the time, you don't have time, hence the reason it's called fast food. Okay, everybody can drive through a drive-through, but if you really, really want to reach your goals, prepare ahead. Always know what you're going to do. So what we did was, we made this board, okay? It's got this stuff you may not understand. This is my Thrive stuff, okay? This is kind of, it's nothing different. It's all sorts of different foods. It's just the way we list things, the way we eat things, that's how it's listed. So we've got our grocery list here, things that we need still, and then we've got our menu. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. These are all the things that we're going to eat for dinner. Maybe lunch, and then change it up for something for dinner. Or we may go out and grab something. We know some restaurants that we can eat some approved food at. So it's really great. Like last night we had taco salads. They were awesome, and I'll show you those in another video. Tonight we're having flatbread pizzas. Tomorrow we're having tilapia, and we have this really good Texas rub. If you're interested in that, let me know. I might be able to pry the recipe away from my mother-in-law. Maybe, maybe not. But I'll find out. If you like spicy stuff, it's right up your alley. So there's that. And then Saturday we have listed as an open day. We've got some roast beef in a can, chicken in a can, that are both really good protein sources for you. And so they're going to be fantastic with bread or whatever we want to eat them with. But yeah, so we stay in tune with our star player. So we know ahead of time what we're going to be eating. So we're not out there thinking, let's just go grab something tonight. Because I can't tell you how many times we've done that. I'm sure you know how many times you've done that as well. So, you know, it's up to you. Make a board, don't make a board, stay on track, lose the weight, get fit. 2013, here we come.